All right, I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in English because the target, technical problems, right? The target audience of the event behind me is an English-speaking audience. So what I'm doing here is presenting the event Silicon Valley Comes to the Baltics. I hope some of you have heard about it, most of you have registered for it, and today I will give you more info about it. So a bit of background. I'm Andris, I work for Enterprise Lithuania, and right now full-time on this project. So Silicon Valley Comes to the Baltics is my daily, nightly job, and I couldn't put it in any different way. But a bit of background information. So Silicon Valley Comes to You was a format that was born in Cambridge many years ago. Even more years ago, it was born in Oxford. And this guy, Ignas, he had this idea. Last year he worked with it in UK, and this year he thought, well, it'd be nice to bring it to the Baltics. Because, you know, the market is booming, entrepreneurship is kind of cool, and everyone's a little bit into it, right? So he came back to Lithuania with this idea back in spring. He drove all the way through Baltic states and talked to, you know, everyone in the ecosystem. Everybody liked the idea, they supported it and said, wow, let's do it, you know, let's make the Baltic region rock. And that's how the Silicon Valley Comes to the Baltics idea was born. But one thing led to another. Ignas had to finish his PhD in Cambridge, and that's how I got here on stage. But nonetheless, what Silicon Valley Comes to You? Well, it's a format that's taking place all over the world. So as you can tell, this year it's been taking place in Lisbon. It's going to take place in Moscow. It was even held in Malaysia. So it's kind of being franchised all over the place, and people just go there, get inspired, and you know, you see, wow, entrepreneurship is cool. So 15th and 16th of November in Vilnius Lit Expo Exposition Center, we're going to have this event, 2 days of a conference. And here's the list of speakers. That's right, we're bringing 15 guys all the way from Silicon Valley to Lithuania. Because we do realize Lithuania is not as well off, so that not everybody can buy their ticket to San Francisco. So we came up with this brilliant idea, let's bring the Silicon Valley to you. And that's what we're doing. So these guys behind me, they're coming all the way to Lithuania to tell you all about how cool San Francisco is, what kind of weather is there, you know, and why entrepreneurship is such a cool thing that's going to save the world. Yeah, they're going to tell us all about that. But a little bit about the speakers in particular. So as you can tell behind me, there's Gigi Wang. She's the MIT Stanford Venture Labs chairman. And for the last 20 to 30 years, she's been in the startup industry. That's quite a lot, right? Lithuania has, what, 22 years of independence? So she's been working in startups for more than Lithuania's independence. And apart from that, she's very cool. I just got to meet her 2 weeks ago, so she's coming with her friend, and yeah, she's going to teach you what it's like to build a multi-billion business and compete with the global competitors. Next to that, we have Chris McCann. So here's the thing, right? You came to this event because you got to know about it. And Startup Digest, that's a newsletter that's popular all over the world. They have over 200,000 subscribers that each week they receive the list of, well, the best events that are taking place in Silicon Valley. So Chris McCann himself is coming here. And next to that, he's quite active in the startup scene over there. So TEDx, has any one of you been to TEDx Vilnius recently? Hope you did. Yeah, that's cool, right? So he's involved in the TEDx Silicon Valley and Singularity University. Does any one of you know what Singularity University is? Yeah, you do, right? So you probably all know about Harvard. You probably all know about Oxford and Cambridge, right? So what Singularity University is, it's kind of a well-kept hidden secret, as we call it. It's a 2-month program that brings together the most promising, ambitious, and, well, let's put it that way, the best of the best in their areas. So we're talking medicine, we're talking finance, we're talking artificial intelligence. And for 2 months in NASA campus, they learn a lot. They take weekly classes, they have workshops, and in the end of those 2 months, that 2 months program, they build something cool. So interdisciplinary university, that's what they call themselves, and Chris McCann is an advisor there. So kind of a cool guy, let's put it that way. Next one. Has any one of you heard about the Burning Man Festival? Anyone? Yeah. So it turns out Bir Kiri, he's one of the main organizers of the Burning Man Festival. He has Lithuanian relatives. His mom actually has Lithuanian relatives from her background. And he was very happy to join us on the 15th and 16th of of November. So why are we bringing this guy when, you know, we're bringing Silicon Valley to us? Well, it turns out he's also active in startups, and his recent venture, let's call it that way, he raised 20 million for that, and that's just a new hotel business, as he puts it. So, you know, we have different backgrounds. We're not focusing on IT only. We obviously have those guys, but next to that, Silicon Valley is all about startups, right? So it doesn't matter what kind of startup it is. It can be, you know, it can be about fishes, it can be about food, it can be, I don't know, about anything, right? All it takes is taking your idea, taking one step further, forming a team, and then going with it, you know, out there and building something cool. So that's the whole idea, right? Participants, we're going to have participants from over 7 countries that are going to come in one place, mingle with each other, get to know different people, get to know each other, and then maybe by the end of the conference you're going to find, you know, a next co-founder of your multi-billion business. So what's the agenda? Well, we're going to have the general presentations. They're going to be held on Thursday, and they're going to be held for 20 minutes each. So you're going to listen. You're going to be like, wow, that is cool. And that's one of the messages we want to send out. So on Friday, next to the general presentations, you're going to have workshops. And in groups of around 40 to 50 people, you'll get a chance to listen and discuss with the guest speaker from the Silicon Valley about the material that he presented or about anything else you want to ask the person that's in interest for you. So, in short, 7 countries, 15 guys with the Silicon Valley experience, 30 startups that are going to showcase during our conference. So if you're a startup, please register. We'll be making a bit of applications. Well, selection round, let's put that, because, you know, 30 startups is quite a tough number. And then 1,000 participants in one place, and that means, you know, 1,000 times 1,000, that's 1 million new connections. And that's not it. We do realize educational conferences have their limits. You come back on Friday's evening to your mom, you say, Mom, I just got to know what a startup is. And she's like, wow, that is very cool. What do you want for dinner? So having that in mind, what we're doing, we're taking, you know, this 2 days conference a bit further. And on Friday's evening, we're going to announce the official opening of the Startup Week in Lithuania. It's been taking place for the last few years. I hope most of you are aware of this format. So it's the 3 days format, 54 hours as they like to call it, over which you present your idea, you try to form a team, and then by the end of Sunday you pitch it in front of the investors, and probably they come to you and say, I like it, I'm going to invest. So on Monday's morning, on the 19th of November, you might end up with a company in your pocket saying, wow, now I'm a millionaire. And that's the idea. So that's what's going to happen. 150 guys, so again, the selection process is quite tough. It's going to be announced on our website. But 54 hours over which 20 new businesses will pop up, and then on Monday's morning, hopefully Lithuania will be happy to announce that, you know, 20 new companies have been established. These are the guys you have to contact. First one, that's me, and Justinas Katkus. Hopefully many of you know him. He's quite active in the startup scene, active in general. And in the end, these events are probably sponsored by Enterprise Lithuania. It's one of the reasons why I work for them. They give me money for my coffee. And yeah, that's about it. So follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Registration is online. Obvious question is, you know, how much is it going to cost? Because we're bringing 15 guys from the Valley. That's a lot of money for our government. But since our format is educational, our message is quite clear. It's going to be for free. So everybody who's interested, please register online. And then hopefully I'll see you on the 15th and 16th of November, and then we can last until the Sunday's evening in the start of the weekend. So thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, just do not hesitate to ask. Thank you.